I'm back at home Thursday at 12:57. Actually, it's Friday morning, TGIF, 12:58 a.m. I drove Uber tonight for a while, a few hours, and I walked a little bit at around downtown, parked in Crown Center, went to the casino, used my $10 food coupon before it expires. Now I see the stock market futures are down 400 points for tomorrow. I was put a little bit of money they'd go up, so I'm wrong. I was right a few times, wrong a few times on these dramatic moves, and don't have enough money to be a unlimited day trades. I'm sure I'd be a multi-millionaire if they rules allowed unlimited day trades for under $25,000 accounts. I take my extra chump change from Uber, $500,000, and put it in the stock market and make short-term bets usually and win big, lose big. Oh well. I guess, it'd make things easier for me if I wasn't so greedy and took longer term bets in stock market instead of weekly trying to make the big money, which I know I can, and if I had unlimited day trades, I'm sure I would. But back to my minimum wage of 4 or 5 billion a year. You know why I say that? It's because I was disrespected by these stockbrokers, Merrill Lynch. First time Merrill Lynch blindsided me to Plaza after I had an interview after my master's. I went in there with a coat and tie, Plaza Merrill Lynch, and the guy asked me my education. I told him master's, Purdue, BS engineering. He said, "It doesn't matter." It's like, who the fuck are you? What's your education? Get out of here. I was kind of startled, and I got up and left. I went back a week or two later in street clothes and asked to speak to the manager, who is this idiot, and the police came up from behind me with security guards and slapped handcuffs on me behind my back, tried to break my arms, lifted them up, and in front of everybody dragged me out and threw me in jail. No warning, just blindside. As I was being dragged out, I heard a female voice say, "Video Corner." Yeah, I owned a significant percent of Video Corner through my dad. Video Corner had been sold at that point in time, so it was no longer part of my portfolio. And it went bankrupt within a year of the Arthur Anderson accounting expert who bought it, and it went bankrupt just like I predicted and said. Everything I said was 100% correct, but my idiot dad, who turned into a fraud and identity thief, I'm sure he was, and he called my mom, he said things about her. He was an idiot, a babbling idiot, a mimic. I believe he murdered my father and stole his identity, and some gossip includes that he was a cop, and cops know how to get away with that shit inside the courthouse because the courthouse and they disrespected me enough that I believe he was murdered, perhaps by his inferior lawyers or neighbors, whatever. They covered it all up, and that's all the gossip that I have about that. I could go on and on about that, but minimum wage is based on these hedge fund paychecks and milking, and all the time I've had in jail for trespassing at the Merrill Lynch, utter fiction, molesting and raping women, assault, battery. I have verbally expressed my opinions to them. And on the phone, they've taken phone recordings at Smith Barney and blatantly deleted things I said, inserted another voice, and the courthouse judge used that against me. So blatantly ridiculous. And the judge, Cliff Clavin lookalike, they used it against me and locked me up. Said I was crazy, throw me in jail. And one of the times I was in jail, this nurse, Fran Stouse, who had been evaluating me for several years at Johnson County Mental Health, where I had to go under court order. They took my blood samples, drained my blood, had me on breathalyzers, all kinds of ridiculous shit. House arrest. She told me that nobody's supposed to make more than $30,000 a year. Well, I was in jail, in handcuffs, in an isolated room, but she got paid $50,000 a year. So, owning my own business, Video Corner, turned into hell with dad and, mom and dad and the other people who owned it, and they were complete fucking idiots and just babbling chump. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how they got away with it. I think mom is a college dropout, so she was obviously nothing. But dad, with his Harvard Law and art and econ, I figured he turned into a complete idiot, fraud, no credibility, and improbable. My real dad was murdered, and that idiot stole his identity. But when that was over with, owning my own business and becoming a billionaire, as I was brainwashed as a kid, that wasn't going to happen. So when these people create issues that I'm not supposed to make more than $30,000 a year, I'm supposed to make $35,000 a minute, and they all need national public executions, who they are, and nationally on 60 Minutes, every television network in the world focuses on these people, their families, identifies them on every issue, and then publicly executes them. They're Nazi punk asses who need national attention and execution. I can go on, but that's where minimum wage has come up for me. That I had a real estate license, and that was work whenever you want to. You're an independent contractor, and you never get fired or laid off. Well, I never got paid a penny till I sold something. I had to spend plenty of money up front to get my licenses and education, but it was like kindergarten for me. But some people couldn't even do it, and some of their babies who couldn't do it, they kind of babied them and helped them and gave them shit, but they didn't give me shit other than, you're no different than everybody else, and they disrespected me and didn't fire me. They just, I guess they fired me, kicked me out of the office, made up shit, lies to get my license. Coldwell Banker, Reese Nichols. I got nothing but disrespect for those people in charge of the offices, the managers. They were just dumbass lying punks, and I'm better than them, no different than everybody else. You're better than the boss. What does the boss do? Calls the police on you, kicks you out. Well, I guess that's the way it is, in reality. Sprint, Waddell and Reed, I guess Waddell and Reed's, I guess the guy who was a chairman or president one time, when I walked in there, he took me into his office over there like 20, 30 years ago, and maybe he was polite to me. Maybe he said he started out as an analyst in New York. Well, I'm from here, and I don't fucking got... I already been through shit, so I wouldn't trust anybody anywhere, and I'm sure as hell not moving to New York or any other place else without guaranteed money, guaranteed who the fuck are these people. I would never believe who they were. There'd be no guaranteed money. You don't know who these people are. They could be real. They could be frauds. They could be real people and real fucking punk-ass blindside frauds. Sucker you in and kill you. Who the fuck can you trust? Nobody. Can't trust your family. Can't trust your father with his Ivy League. There's identity thieves, lookalikes, gossip about such ever since I was 16. People have been saying I'm crazy since then. Yeah, well, that's reality. And, minimum wage for me is, well, it's just based on all the disrespect and the marketed paychecks, these hedge fund guys, and hostile takeover in hedge funds, GMAT Owner Nation. It's just all based on real experience and disrespect. And what do people expect? They create issues and they disrespect on the issues they create. It's not acceptable. So I'll probably Uber this weekend. I'm obviously going to get my ass kicked in the stock market tomorrow with my chump change. And I had a chance to make some good money, but I kind of screwed up the other day too. And I had 3 day trades available and afraid to use them. I was just, oh no. See, it's like when the market's going down, I take my profits real quick and then think it's going to go up. And when it's going up, I take my profits and think it's going to go down and lose. I just kind of go the opposite of the general market sometimes. It's just because I just don't do it every day. I just do it once in a while, and once in a while I make money, and I'm rusty and not into it 100%. I'm not 100% correct. But, they fucked me up enough in jail and hospitals and these stockbrokers and teachers that, it doesn't really matter. It would be fun. It'd be great. It would matter in my bank account. But as far as having the hedge fund license and respect for my ownership and everything I'm supposed to have, publicly execute them and put them in maximum lockdown, put pay-per-view and let the world watch them wither away, and I get paid for it.